Shalom and good evening. This is TV7 Israel News broadcasting to you from Jerusalem. And in today's top stories, U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations Nikki Haley stresses that Washington under President Trump still supports a two-state solution, yet is willing to consider other options that would facilitate the required foundation to reach a viable peace agreement between Israel and the Palestinians. Israeli Defense Minister Avigdor Lieberman offers to turn Gaza into a Singapore of the Middle East if the residents of the Palestinian enclave would remove the Hamas leadership. The Islamic Republic of Iran declares that contrary to the international allegations voiced against it, the biggest threat to global peace was the State of Israel. Contrary to international interpretation of U.S. President Donald Trump's remarks, in which the American leader announced he could live with any solution Israel and the Palestinians would reach that would bring about an end to the decades-old conflict, U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations Nikki Haley explained that Washington under President Trump still supports a two-state solution, yet is willing to consider other options that would facilitate the required foundation to reach a viable peace agreement.
I think first of all, two-state solution is what we support. Anybody that wants to say the United States doesn't support two-state solution, that would be an error. We absolutely support a two-state solution. But we are thinking out of the box as well, which is what does it take to bring these two sides to the table? What do we need to have them agree on? At the end of the day, the solution to what will bring peace in the Middle East is going to come from the Israelis and the Palestinian Authority. The United States is just there to support the process.
It is important to cite the exact words President Donald Trump used during his joint press conference with Prime Minister Netanyahu at the White House earlier this week. Trump stressed that even though he believed for a while that the two-state solution, in which an Israeli and Palestinian states live side by side in peace and security, looked like the easier option, he would support the solution to the conflict that both parties like, emphasizing that a deal would only be reached through compromise from both sides and through direct negotiations.
So I'm looking at two-state and one-state, and I like the one that both parties like. I'm very happy with the one that both parties like. I can live with either one. I thought for a while the two-state looked like it may be the easier of the two. But honestly, if Bibi and if the Palestinians, if Israel and the Palestinians are happy, I'm happy with the one they like the best.
Prime Minister Netanyahu, during that same press conference, did not shy away from his commitment to a two-state solution. Rather, the Israeli leader reiterated that any final agreement would be of substance in which the Palestinians recognize Israel as the nation-state of the Jewish people and that they would comply to Israeli demands that Jerusalem perceives as vital to maintain the security of the Jewish state.
Rather than deal with labels, I want to deal with substance. And it's something I've hoped to do for years in a world that's absolutely fixated on labels and not on substance. So here's the substance. There are two prerequisites for peace that I laid out several years ago, and they haven't changed. First, the Palestinians must recognize the Jewish state. They have to stop calling for Israel's destruction. They have to stop educating their people for Israel's destruction. Second, in any peace agreement, Israel must retain the overriding security control over the entire area west of the Jordan River, because if we don't, we know what will happen. Because otherwise, we'll get another radical Islamic terrorist state in the Palestinian areas, exploding the peace, exploding the Middle East.
The declarations of both leaders, including the fact that Prime Minister Netanyahu reaffirmed his support for a two-state solution, did not persuade the international community. French Foreign Minister Jean-Marc Ayrault, who met with his American counterpart Rex Tillerson in Germany, stressed that the Trump administration's stance on the matter of a two-state solution was unsettling and caused great confusion. Also, the German top diplomat, Foreign Minister Sigmar Gabriel, raised concern on the matter, stressing that Germany feared that unrestricted construction in the settlements of the West Bank would make the two-state solution impossible.
Zur Situation in Israel ist die Haltung der deutschen Bundesregierung, glaube ich, bekannt. Wir unterstützen die Zwei-Staaten-Lösung und wir haben die Sorge, dass durch einen uneingeschränkten Ausbau der Siedlungen und jetzt sogar durch die Legalisierung von eigentlich illegaler Siedlungspolitik die Zwei-Staaten-Lösung unmöglicher gemacht wird und das am Ende dazu führt, dass die Gefahr des Aufflammens von Konflikten bis hin zum Krieg im Nahen Osten wieder steigt. Deswegen werden wir alles dafür tun, dass diese Option die ist, die weiter verfolgt wird. Das halten wir für die einzig realistische Option in der Region, die Konflikte zu reduzieren und vor allen Dingen keinen neuen Krieg entstehen zu lassen.
Meanwhile, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres concluded a two-day visit to Egypt, during which he warned against abandoning the idea of a two-state solution, claiming that there was no alternative. With all the international commotion on the matter of a two-state solution, both Israeli and Palestinian civilians voiced mixed reactions, with most of them refusing to believe that anything would really change on the ground.
It's a good idea to start thinking beyond the two-state for two-people solution and find another sort of common way that we could find peace between the two people.
Well, I think Trump is a businessman, and what he presented to Bibi is either one of two options, either one state or two states. Anyway, as he said, Israel will have to pay something for it. And finally, if you ask me, there would be a Palestinian state and an Israeli state.
لكن أنا بعتقد إنه في الواقع لم يغير أي شيء. اللقاء هو نفس حديثه عن المستوطنات، حديثه عن الدولتين، دولتين، حتى صرح وقال لك أنا مش خلاف عندي لا دولة ولا دولتين، المهم يتفاهموا الطرفين، وهذا يعني بعتقد إنه لغى الحل السلمي نهائي في الضفة وغزة.
أنا كفلسطيني يعني إحنا مش أول رئيس أمريكي جديد ولا رئيس للكيان الصهيوني بيتحرك وبتحدث في الإعلام. إحنا على مدار التاريخ شهدنا رؤساء الولايات المتحدة وغيرها تنكروا لحقوقنا.
Now to another matter, Israeli Defense Minister Avigdor Lieberman released a statement in the Arabic language in which he offered to help improve the infrastructure of the Gaza Strip, including the construction of a seaport, airport, and industrial zone, as well as help create some 40,000 jobs in the Palestinian enclave in exchange for the demilitarization of Gaza, and that the Islamist Hamas organization, which controls the Palestinian enclave, would remove an article from its charter that calls for the annihilation of the Jewish state, in addition to returning to Israel the bodies of 2 IDF soldiers that were killed in the last Gaza war. Lieberman's message that was posted on the website of the coordinator of government activities in the territories aimed at encouraging the civilian population of the Gaza Strip to apply pressure on its leadership to cede to Israel's demands. Lieberman stressed in his message that Israel was ready to help turn Gaza into the Singapore of the Middle East, but for that, the residents of Gaza must remove the Hamas leadership. In response to Lieberman's statement, Dr. Mahmoud al-Zahar, one of the founders of Hamas, countered Israel's offer, stressing that his organization would consider returning the remains of the 2 IDF soldiers only in exchange for the release of Palestinian prisoners in Israeli prisons. Al-Zahar stressed that if Hamas would want to turn the Palestinian enclave into Singapore, it will do so on its own and not as a favor to anyone. Now to Iran, where the Islamic Republic's foreign ministry spokesman rejected a statement by U.S. President Donald Trump in which he defined Tehran's aspiration of acquiring nuclear weapons as a major security threat. The Iranian spokesman responded to Trump's allegations, saying that the biggest threat to global peace was the Islamic Republic's arch-enemy, the State of Israel. That said, the Iranian spokesman refrained from reacting to international allegations of ongoing Iranian violations, only stressing that the accusation of Iranian nuclear weapon aspirations had no place in Iran's defense doctrine. Thank you for watching us. Keep praying for the peace of Israel and the peace of Jerusalem. I'm Jonathan Hassan of Erev Tov and Shabbat Shalom. We will see you again on Monday at the same time.
In order to donate to TV7 Israel News, please follow these simple steps. First, press the Donate logo, located at the bottom left side of TV7 Israel News Facebook page, or on the Donate tab at the head of the page. Then insert the amount you'd like to donate, and fill in your credit card information. Just like this. And press Review Donation and continue. After reviewing your donation details, please press Donate to finalize your donation. That's it! Your donation is now complete, and an email with your donation details has been sent to your email address. You can also print your donation receipt by pressing the link here. Thank you for supporting TV7 Israel News.